Hey you guys, hey, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm leaving the library. Son finishes up his work and now he's doing school in the back. But let me say this for someone, guys, and I hope it's not too windy. Let me say this for someone, guys, because you know, when God, and this is going to make sense for someone, when God shows you something, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? So, for example, when God shows you something about someone, let's say you're dealing with a thief, then why does it surprise you that they're a thief? I know it can be like hurtful or it can be shocking, but when he tells you, when he shows you things ahead of time, it's like, why are you surprised? If God told you that that person was going to try to, rob and try to steal and kill and destroy your destiny, why are you surprised that that's what they're coming to do? When God is telling you, disconnect from certain things and people because they want to, because they want to steal from you, they want to kill from you, they want to destroy. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised when they bear fruit that God told you they were going to bear? Why are you surprised that they're trying to take your money? Why are you surprised that they're trying to take your joy? Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised that they don't want you to progress? Why are you surprised that they're trying to drain your energy? It's like, why are you surprised? If God is showing you that someone that you think is close to you, or they really do may be close to you, does not mean you well and they're jealous, why does that surprise you? That they're underhanded and manipulative, and they show jealous-like tendencies. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised when God is telling you that person is not your friend, or that person doesn't mean you well, or that family member is no good, or watch what you share with them, and you keep telling them things and you're not listening to God and you're wondering why your business is out? But then why are you surprised? The thing is, guys, we need to be mindful of what God is saying to us, and I feel like this is a right now word for someone. You need to be mindful of what God is saying to you. I need to be mindful of what God is saying to me. We have to be mindful of what God is saying to us because He says things to us for a reason. He tells us things for a reason. Amen, baby. Be thankful also. He shows us things for a reason. If God showed you 20 years ago or 10 years ago something about someone, and you ignored him, or 5 years ago, a couple months ago, and you ignored him, and you're wondering why you're dealing with certain things today, it's not saying, let that person off the hook for what they did or didn't do to you, because God will deal with each of us accordingly. But it is also saying, it is also saying that, because this person, I don't know if they're from New York or Pennsylvania or wherever, whatever, but they're in and out of the lanes. But anyways, guys, I'm focused on the road, so it's like you can't put everything on that person. Like, you have to take accountability. We have some other videos and stuff talking about this too, but it's like, why are you surprised? Because you can't pay for God's blessings. You can't try to force people to be who they aren't. And just like that quote says, when people show you who they are, you have to believe them. The fruit is going to speak, guys. The fruit is going to speak. The fruit is going to speak the fruit is going to speak, guys. The fruit is going to speak. We've been talking about this for years. If a person tell me I'm an orange tree, but all they're bearing is limes and lemons, and they bearing apples and strawberries or whatever else, it don't matter what they say all day long. What is your fruit saying? And guys, for some of you, you have to look at it for what it is. Because the problem is, you are looking at it for what you want it to be instead of what it is. And that's going to cause you heartache. That's going to cause you frustration. That's going to cause you to lose faith. That's going to cause you to doubt God. That's going to cause your heart to want to be turned from Him. And really all that is flesh. Really all that is tactics of the enemy, trying to get you to look at those things and put your faith and hope more in how you feel than what God said. God could be protecting you. God is trying to show you who can come and who cannot come. God is trying to help you. And it's like, are you paying attention to him though? Are you listening? You know, so it's like, why are we surprised that people are who they are? And for some of you, you're so surprised that you've been so good to certain people and they're not so good to you. When you know this person character, you can't expect people to be to you who you are to them, especially if they don't mean you well. You can't expect for people to be a you if they're not you. Especially if somebody have already showed you their hand before they showed you their hand. He already put a bug in your ear about that person. That person already showed you a couple times before who they are. So it's like, why are you surprised? Don't allow the disbelief or the shock or I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt or I just don't want to look at them like that for that. It is what it is, you guys. They showing you their hand for a reason. They're showing you their hand for a reason. You got to believe people, guys, when they show you who they are. When they show you who they are, believe them. I feel like this message, if it is properly applied, is going to free up so many of you because my son was finishing up his work and I was just writing out something totally different. I wasn't even thinking about this and this just came to me. Don't be surprised that people are people, but at the same time, don't let people being who they are and how they are stop you from being you. Stop you from having a good heart, from loving, from doing what God told you to do, because the wrong people have to be renewed and the right people have to come, guys. It's just like a rose. The process that a rose has to go through can be very painful and difficult for that rose. You know, it's beautiful. It's different color roses. People want the roses. They want all this and all that. But what about those thorns that have to be removed from the rose? What about those thorns? Sir, are you coming? Come on, sir. You can come. One thing about it, if a pedestrian is trying to cross, these people we want to keep speeding up doing that. Don't do that. This is an older man. This man's trying to get across the street. I don't know why they do that. It's pedestrians crossing, they need to let them cross instead of be trying to speed up like everybody be trying to race. That is ridiculous. I'm trying to find a parking spot, guys. Look how God, thank you, Jesus, right in the front. I'd be praising God for parking spots and all. If it be far near, but if it be near, I'd be like, thank you, Jesus. But we know it's hot. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm going to finish out because he got his headphones on. They about to get ready to go on recess break. That's why I'm recording, doing this video. And we about to go in the store and get something really quick. But yes, guys, it's like the process. Let me finish up, guys. The process that rose has to go through, or even the process of a diamond and all of that. Look at the process that it has to go through. A lot of people see the after effect of it, but they don't see the pruning process. And sometimes that's how it is with us, you know, in our lives, when God has to prune us of certain things to make us more like him, or prune us of certain people. Excuse me. It can be painful. It can be difficult. It may not feel good, but it's necessary. So that was one thing he was showing me of why are you surprised? And then another reason of all he was showing me why are you surprised, when we were getting ready to leave the library. Why are you surprised? And we did some videos talking about this a couple years ago too. But he showed it to me like this. So that was that instance. And then he showed me this instance. Like, sorry guys about the car that I'm parked at Walmart. Why are you surprised when he does? So we're going to flip this. Why are you surprised when he does bless you? Why are you surprised? And then some people will be like, I know God told me he was going to do it, but he did it in such a greater way. I'm shocked that he did it. They may be like in shock or a good surprise. But some people, it's like, do you really believe that God is going to do what he said he's going to do? Because when he does it, it should not surprise you. It should cause you to be in awe of him, or reverence, or it may shock you a little bit that he moved the way he did, but it should not surprise you. It should not surprise you. And then another thing that I saw like one of you've been coming into agreement with someone, but they really don't agree with you. This ties back into our video. Be careful. Was it be careful what you receive? The one we just did. This was for someone where you've been telling someone to touch and agree with you about a certain situation. You believe in God to move. And of course you have your own faith and you believe, but like you believe in like this person is in agreement with you, but they're really not. Because what's going to happen is when God does do this for you, they are going to be surprised, but not in a happy, good way. Like, oh, he did it. They're going to be surprised like he actually did it for you, like that. So guys, guard your hearts, guard your minds, guard your spirits. And, you know, if a person that you thought was genuinely there for you, or you felt genuinely there for you. And another thing, don't ignore those red flags. Don't ignore them warning signs. Don't ignore what Holy Spirit is showing you. Some people be like, something told me, or my intuition. Holy Spirit. Don't ignore what he shows and tells you. Because if a person that you think was genuinely supposed to be there for you is surprised that God bless you with your home, or bless you with breakthrough in the area, or was blessing you, and they're not genuinely happy for you, or they're jealous, or they're surprised that he did it, or they feel like you're not worthy of doing it, what friend is that? So why are they surprised? So guys, be mindful of what God is saying to you individually in your life. Be mindful of what he's showing you. Be mindful of the words and the scriptures and the things he keeps showing you and saying to you in the confirmations, because he's giving you all of those things for a reason. And the last thing that I want to say as I close with this, I'm always going to come back on here till tomorrow, but I had to get this word out, and I'll leave scriptures below. The last thing that I want to say is, if God tells you something, you know, and you do it, you did it. You obeyed him. Now, there's going to be certain levels, like let's say you're on level 1 and then you're going to get to level 2. Don't feel like, oh, because I'm not on level 3 or 4 yet, it's not enough. You obeyed God on the level 1, so he's going to bless you on the level 2. So this is a person where don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on, well, I didn't do it like this, or it's not like that, or it's not like that, or it's not like this. If you obeyed God, you obeyed him. Let's say God said to you, they doing their sight words in small group in the back, guys, and they got on headphones, so we about to get out. That's why he's saying the words out loud. Teacher's telling them all to mute, but just to say it along with her on the chart. So it's like, let's say for example, God said, I want you to pray. And let's say you prayed that day for 5 minutes or 11 minutes or an hour, 30 minutes, or however the prayer was. Maybe the prayer was in one setting. Maybe the prayer was you prayed while you were out, while you were at the house, or you prayed on your walk, or however it is for you and God. You still prayed. So don't say to yourself, or don't allow the enemy to say to you, oh, you didn't pray for this long, or you forgot to pray about that, or what about this situation, or God didn't hear that prayer. That's a lie. You can't be in agreement with that. You got to pull those things down, and you got to say, okay, I obeyed God, I prayed. You did what he asked you to do. Some of you are trying to make it too complicated. You're trying to be too spiritually deep, and you need to unclog. It's like you spiritually is constipated and cluttered because of this. You don't have to be perfect. God is not looking for perfection. He is perfection. He is looking for progression. He want the hold on, guys. They're about to do work, guys, so let me hurry up and get off of here. They just finished up. But yes, guys, it's like, don't overcomplicate it. If God said forgive someone and you forgave them, you forgave them. It don't have to be so like deep. If God said go bless this person and you bless them, you bless them. If God said I want you to get more into your Bible reading, so what if you didn't read this many chapters or that much time? Did you read your Bible? You obeyed him. So do you guys see? Everything is not so complicated with God. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't say, well, it should have been like this or should have been like that. We have to stop doing that. If you did what God told you to do, you obeyed him, you honored him. That's better than not doing it. And especially when you did it with the right motives and the right heart. So guys, God bless you guys. I'm going to be back on tomorrow. Me and my little guy's getting ready to get out of the car. He's going to do his work. He'll be done with that in probably like 5 minutes, because it's just him watching the video and doing the boom cards. But blessings to you guys. I hope that this made sense to you guys. You guys check out the videos, the playlist, the community tab for more. Be blessed and encouraged.